we're providing a guide to the holidays here at Disney Springs.
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
You're watching The Theme Park Foodies. This is an ambitious video for us. We are going to attempt to provide a complete guided holiday tour here to the holidays at Disney Springs. A lot to do here. Honestly, I think sometimes more to do than some of the parks, right?
Yeah. So we stopped over at CityWorks, which is on the west side, kind of near the Orange Garage. And we got this really nice map, and it has all the tree stroll on it, but also lists the other information. There's a little meet and greet with Santa that you have to join a virtual queue for. Yes,
they have the QR code over on some of the signs as you walk through that you could scan, or I believe you can go into the app. What are the release times for that?
I'll put them up on the screen. I know for sure the next one is at 3, which is the one that we're going to try to get.
So we're going to try to get the 3 o'clock QR code to meet Santa Claus. We can't promise we will, except again, we said this is ambitious. There's also 21 different festively themed trees. So we've already seen 2 of them. The first one, if you're in the west side section of Disney Springs, is right in front of House of Blues. It's the Lion King tree. It feels more like the Lion King Broadway show because it has all the masks and stuff on it. And then right in front of CityWorks, where we got this map, they actually have the Guardians of the Galaxy tree, which I'd love to see every single year. Yeah. So we're going to try to find as many trees as we can. Can't promise we'll find all of them, but they're scattered about here so you can stroll around, find the trees. And you know, you're watching a Theme Park Foodies video, so there's gonna be a lot of food.
Food, maybe some festive drinks. I wanna go over to the Coca Rooftop. They have some festive drinks.
Also, a burger came back at D-luxe Burger that we really enjoyed last year. It was the...
Beef Wellington.
Yes, I'm a big Beef Wellington fan. I remember that bun, doing that bun a lot. I know some people had it after we liked it, and they said it was a bit greasy. One we had last year wasn't greasy, so we'll see how it comes out this year.
Also, there's Snope in Town Center when the sun goes down. There's also like roaming entertainment. There's Douglas the tree.
I hope we see Douglas.
And there's also like people on stilts. There's a lot of music. It's a really great atmosphere here.
To me, Walt Disney World perfectly encapsulates the holidays. It itself, Walt Disney World Resort, is nostalgic, and it just brings together all those nostalgic elements and all the different theme parks, the resorts, and then of course Disney Springs have their own unique offerings. And we really enjoy the offerings here. We actually have a whole video that came up before this on Jock Lindsay's Holiday Hangar Bar. So if you want to see that, we'll link that in the description of this video. We already did do a full review on that. So we just love coming to Springs every year for the holidays, especially since for 2 weeks our passes are blocked out. So
it's almost 3, so we got to get on that virtual queue. I don't know how hard it is to meet Santa. We've never tried to do this before.
We're going to show you guys us doing it. So you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our holiday guided tour here at Disney Springs. So if you get one of these maps, you'll see all these different stickers, and you have to stick them where the trees are. So we found Lion King right over there. Obviously, Guardians is right there.
And then you bring this back, I guess, where we got the map. I think you get something.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a little prize.
And also this year, the Magic Band Pluses interact with some of the trees. We don't have a Magic Band Plus with us, so unfortunately we can't show you that. But
so you have to go to look for the virtual queues in your app.
It's the same place you would go for like Guardians or Tron, like it's the same area.
Yeah, and then at 3, like it books up quick.
I feel nervous.
I feel nervous too. This guy's important. Will we make it?
We get like a late boarding group. We're here till like 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I feel like it's got to be before the next drop, which is at like 5 or 6, I think. So, join virtual queue. We did it. We did it. We did it.
All right. We got
boarding
it.
Group
we got
56. It. All right. So how long's the wait? Does it say?
It doesn't give an estimated time, but they're already on to 42. So that's going to be soon.
Cool. Awesome. Right near the Disney Springs food trucks, we have found the Nightmare Before Christmas tree. Zero featured prominently at the top, as he should be. We also found our first live performer. They have a saxophone player here for the holidays near the food trucks. Also, right next to the food trucks, they have the Princess and the Frog tree. You can see a lot of nods to jazz in there, and of course, Princess and the Frog. Right near the hot air balloon, you can see the wish tree. This was new to last year. And of course they have Star right at the top of the wish tree, because of course stars go at the top of the trees. Right in front of the AMC theaters, we found the Lilo and Stitch tree. They also have some live performers out here. Every year I feel like they have a Moana tree, but this year there's a Moana 2 tree. Moana 2 obviously coming out right, I think, of Thanksgiving weekend this year. I feel like it looks similar to the last tree. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not noticing new things. But it's obviously right in front of the AMC theaters as well. Right next to the orange garage is the sphere tree. No particular Disney theme here, just some spheres hanging out at Disney Springs.
They're running out of ideas.
All right, so the Coca-Cola store is actually right next to the sphere tree, and they have a few drinks for the holidays. Sam's going to try out the Coca-Cola Cinnamon. They got Santa sporting right there on the top. I think Coca-Cola actually popularized the current iteration of Santa with like the red suit and everything on it.
I did not know that. This is like a sturdy glass too. It's like hard plastic. I guess you get to keep both of the glasses.
I didn't know you get to keep them both. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why. I think they're like $13 over the drink, so you better got to keep the glass. So this is Coca-Cola and cinnamon syrup, whipped cream, and I think some like cookie crumbles on top. Oh, that's good. It tastes like you put Red Hots in a glass of Coke. It's so crispy too. The Coke is good Coke. I'm not a regular soda drinker, so when I do have soda, like it just like I forget, you know, what it tastes like. This is really good. If you like cinnamon and you like Coke, you're gonna like this. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Wow, 8 is good. I'm usually not a soda drinker either.
It's a crispy Coke. Like the Coke itself is just like, it's just hitting right now.
All right, I got the gingerbread float. They also did have a flight, like a cold brew kind of flight for the holidays that looked interesting. Tasty gingerbread, ma'am.
You've been like a gingerbread man this season, I feel like. You've been rocking that gingerbread shirt.
I like gingerbread. You
love ginger dust. So this is your thing.
The float hasn't really mixed. It just kind of tastes like Coca-Cola right now. I'm gonna see if like the ice cream is gingerbread flavored.
I feel like it might be gingerbread syrup and vanilla ice cream, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It's also really nice up here.
The syrup carbonation mixture in these machines is prime. I know some people like really like that. They prefer the fountain Coke over the bottled Coke. This is fountain Coke. It's good fountain Coke. Very crispy. Like I used to say, it's hitting because it's like refreshing right now. I do feel like Coca-Cola kind of does have that classic, especially if you're in Florida and it's hot, almost holiday flavor to it, you know? But I don't think it's like, well, I mean, it just tastes kind of like really good Coke with like...
You're saying the gingerbread flavor is not strong?
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I feel like there's gotta be more gingerbread flavor in there. But it is hitting right now, especially being in Florida. Also wanted to bring up, you get some spectacular views of the west side section of Disney Springs from up here. In the 1913 Market Building, it's kind of like this kind of indoor-outdoor quarter out here. They have the annual pass holder tree. They even have a pass holder star right at the top. They have a first visit button, which I don't feel like makes sense. If you're a pass holder, it's probably not your first visit, but...
Also, there is a photo pass photographer over here right now.
Right next to the pass holder tree, you can find the Haunted Mansion tree. You can see the bride coming out, her cake right to the left of her. This tree's always fun every single year. Right past the bride and in the center of the town center section of Disney Springs, you can find the town center tree. This is where like you can see a bunch of the shops like the Coach shop and such. No particular theme here. Just a really big tree. Very impressive. And it Snopes over here at night. Right next to D-luxe Burger, you can find the Disney Cruise Line display. This is less of a tree and more of a display, but it is part of the crawl.
It's like a bush.
Yes. And this is... Very cool. This is a display of the Disney treasure. Right next to Blaze Pizza, and right near that treasure display we just saw is, of course, the Cocoa tree. Very nice. On a Polite Pig, they have the traveling piano player that we brought up before. There's that bubbles coming out of it too. The strolling piano. Right in front of the World of Disney is the Disney Parks tree, something very cool about this tree, the Epcot ball, or Spaceship Earth, actually does light up. You can see the fireworks coming out of the top of the tree. Cinderella's castle is the top of the tree. You can also see nods to Disney transportation, like the Skyliner, the boat systems, and obviously the icons, like the Tree of Life. And right next to the Parks tree is the Disney Plus tree. You can see Grogu, obviously popularized in The Mandalorian, a Disney Plus show.
Why don't they have the Eras Tour? That's on Disney Plus.
I'm not sure. Maybe they had to pay Taylor Swift for that. They also have Futurama, which you can watch on Disney Plus. You see Zero up there, Star. Very cool. Right in front of the Lego store, we found the Mickey and Minnie tree. There seems to be a lot of like hidden Mickeys. They also have nods to the polka dots of Minnie's dress. And top hats at the top. I don't know why there's top hats up there. If you guys know, let me know. Right near Paddlefish, which is where Sam and I got married, and right in front of T-Rex Cafe, they have the Toy Story tree. So obviously you can see Toy Story characters scattered about this tree. And they have an angel right there at the top, cat angel. Right next to the Lego store and World of Disney is the Star Wars tree. You can see Chewbacca's satchel, some Ewoks, some Stormtrooper helmets, Clone Trooper helmets, and C-3PO is adorning the tree. He is an angel of the Ewoks, or a god of the Ewoks, so I feel like that kind of makes sense. So right next to Crystal Arts, it's actually all the way in the back. This is definitely the most hidden tree that I could see. It's the Encanto tree. See Mirabelle in there, Abuela. So you have a toucan, I think, at the top. Just so you guys know, the Crystal Arts is also a map distribution center if you want to get a tree stroll map. All right, we have 2 trees left, but we just got called to meet Santa. He'll be meeting Santa in the marketplace section. It's gonna be right next to the pin traders area, right in front of the marketplace co-op. So let's head in. The line is actually not too long. They will actually scan your QR code before you come in.
And they do give you about an hour once you get called to return.
Hey Santa, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, my son.
Yeah, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet us here. I can see you're very popular.
The kids, always for the kids. We're here for you guys.
Thank you.
As long as you've been good.
Well, can you tell us, are we on the nice list? Or?
Rumor has it you're doing pretty good, so don't slip up now.
Okay, I'm going to do my best.
All right.
Can we get a picture with you?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Come on in here. Come on in.
On the way out, they are selling Bauduco, and I'm assuming they must be sponsoring the Santa meet and greet this year because they have their own little setup right over here. All right, they're giving these on the way out, so you get a little sample after you see Santa. Right in front of Earl of Sandwich and Once Upon a Toy is the Once Upon a Toy tree. Obviously, a lot of toys in this tree. Feels like a classic Christmas tree. So the hardest tree to find has been this World of Disney tree. I don't think it's only us. Someone told us it is both inside and outside. So we're gonna try to figure it out, and that's the last tree we have to find, is the World of Disney tree.
And then we can eat.
All right, so the World of Disney tree is actually inside a display window right next to the Encanto tree. This is the hardest tree to find for us.
We're looking.
Yeah, it was hard to find it. And actually, if you tap the Magic Band section that's right next to the tree in here, it'll give you a special message and then wish you a happy holiday. You can actually see some of the merchandise they're selling. And up there, Stitch is saying hi. It's hard to see him because of the glare, but Stitch is popping out the back saying he's been good. Very nice tree, if you guys can see it. Now that we've completed the stroll, we're gonna head into the Crystal Arts to get our completer prize. All right, so as you can see, we have found all the trees. It's a little cheat code for you guys if you are coming here. Once you complete this, you can go to any of the locations where you get the map, and they will give you this or these buttons. As many people as in your party can get the button. Once you have the button, you'll be able to access these special discount codes that are on the back to dine at these restaurants, which is perfect now that we're eating, because now we get some discounts. I don't know if we're going to end up at any of these places. Oh, Play Pig will end up 10% off food.
Also, we could come back, and you have to show the pin to prove that you could use the coupons. You can't just pick up a map and use the coupons.
Yeah, very cool thing. I mean, it's really nice seeing the trees. They asked you what your favorite tree was. I think Sam's favorite was the Haunted Mansion tree. My particular favorite tree, I forget the Guardians of the Galaxy tree. I think that one's pretty cool. All right, so right in Town Center where we saw the traveling piano player, they have something over at Polite Pig for the holidays that we look forward to getting every single year. This is the Open Face turkey smash. What's exactly on this set?
So this is smoked turkey breast, mashed potatoes, cornbread stuffing, smothered in turkey gravy, and cranberry barbecue. I feel like this is one of those rare instances where something looks even better than the picture. Like this almost looks fake. Like it looks, the scoops are so perfectly done.
Feels very holidays, especially with Thanksgiving around the corner.
It's on a giant piece of Texas toast, and an obvious, this is definitely shareable.
We're sharing it, that's for sure.
Turkey.
Got a little bit of everything on that bite. It actually gives you a lot of turkey.
That's a whole pile of turkey, and it's on a giant piece of Texas toast. This is a really big bite. That is so good. I feel like we should come here for Thanksgiving and eat this instead. For $25, I have an entire Thanksgiving meal. This stuffing, it's cornbread stuffing, has a little sweetness in it. Oh, good. Buttery mashed potatoes. The turkey is smoked, but then you have a sweet barbecue sauce on it, which I think goes nicely together. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow, that's a high number. I mean, Polite Pig is our favorite quick service restaurant in Disney Springs, so.
We were here like 2 days ago.
It's snowing right near the town center tree right now. This is where you can actually find the snow. Definitely adds to the atmosphere here. All right, so we went over to D-luxe Burger, which is actually right near the town center tree. And we got the beef Wellington burger, which we really liked last year. One of our friends actually got this last year, and they said it was a little bit greasy for them. This does feel greasier than the iteration that I had gotten last time. What's in this, Sam? What's on this?
So this is 2 pressed signature blend patties, crispy prosciutto, mushroom, gruyere, and horseradish aioli on an herb puff pastry bun.
I remember really liking the puff pastry on this, and the way the prosciutto and the gruyere tasted with the meat, but this does feel greasy, so let's see if it's greasy. You can see the prosciutto is right here at the bottom. It's very crispy, but you can see that grease coming through. This is a lot greasier than we had last year. Looks like also the sauce is coming out the side of it. Last year's iteration was definitely much better. You can see the grease falling off that actually right now. Yeah, this was way greasier than we had last year. Last year was not that greasy at all. Although I still like the flavor profile a lot. I do like the pastry-like bun because it's very like flaky. You can see that. And then the prosciutto is almost like a bacon on it because it's very crispy. It kind of same kind of idea, I guess. And the gruyere is such a great cheese. Good amount of sharpness. I like it a lot, but last year's was definitely better. So I'm gonna go 7. I think last year maybe gave this a 9 or something like that. If you guys get a non-greasy iteration, I think I would go 9 territory, but the greasiness of it, I think is like bringing it down to me. And you wouldn't expect that because it's like a smash burger. So usually smash burgers are a bit drier, but yeah, a little bit too much grease in this time around. They actually have these still performers out right in front of the World of Disney. So there's another thing that you can check out here over at Disney Springs. All right, so we went over to Amorette's, which is right near the World of Disney, where we saw those stilt men, and they have a bunch of different treats actually available for the holidays. They have a holiday petite cake, which looks like a present, flavored like pistachios, a Yule log. They have a mint flavored cheesecake, but the thing that stuck out to us was this winter macaron.
So it is a macaron that's filled with almond cheesecake and cranberry cherry jam.
The desserts here are always aesthetically very beautiful. They usually taste very good too.
Everything frozen.
That looks like, yeah, an Elsa macaron.
That's really good. I love the almond flavor. The cheesecake is such a good flavor. You get a little bit of crunch from these sprinkles on top. It's nice and delicate, but it's also a little bit like, well, it's cheesecake, so it's like cakey inside. That was a really good idea to put cheesecake inside of a macaron. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Oh wow! I think is that the highest number? No, because we gave the turkey thing a 9, but that's a very high sweet. Ooh, look at that filling in there. All right, so for our final spot, we are over at the landing section of Disney Springs. This is where you can find Jock Lindsay's Holiday Hangar Bar, as well as some other festively themed foods. But we went over to the Ganachery because they have a huge menu. They actually have an Olaf hot chocolate bomb that you could buy. They have a ornament Mickey pinata, and they have a bunch of other things. The thing I'm going to try, we actually got a bunch of stuff here, is the Gingerbread Pecan Toffee. It comes in this cool little bag, and it's a spiced toffee enrobed with milk chocolate and encrusted with toasted pecans and gingerbread crumbs. We actually watched them make this as we walked right in there, and look at that. Toffee's been growing on me, especially with me finding out that I love the ooey gooey toffee cake over at Liberty Tree Tavern.
Also, the churro toffee in Disneyland is amazing. The Ganachery is very pricey, but it's one of the few things that I think is totally worth it.
It has like this natural butteriness, and it's very light. The gingerbread is just a light kind of ginger sprinkling. Here, take a bite, Sam. I get your thoughts on this.
The ginger just comes from like little crumbs on the outside. Oh wow, it's really good.
Great texture.
Salty too.
Yeah. Right amount of salt, right amount of like butteriness, right amount of sweetness, and then you have the texture of the toffee with the pecan. Issue with toffee usually gets stuck in your teeth. Not having this issue here, I feel like the gingerbread crumbles on top are almost preventing that from happening because it's kind of sandwiched in between like that chocolate and those gingerbread crumbles. This is amazing, and you have like a little souvenir bag it comes in too. I'm gonna give this a 9. I think it's some of the best toffee I ever had, and it feels like I'm supposed to be eating it for the holidays. All right, so they have a lot of delectable little squares that you can purchase in there. We got the gingerbread square. We'll actually scroll up so you can see all of the different things you can go over at the Ganachery. But obviously, look at that little gingerbread man. How can you say no to him? And Sam, what exactly is this?
So it's gingerbread spices and honey ganache covered in milk chocolate. These are $3 a square, but they're the best little squares you'll ever have. The gingerbread is very subtle. It's nice and rich though. This is like the most high quality chocolate that you will find in Disney at the Ganachery. I'm giving this an 8.
Wow.
I felt more of the gingerbread flavor in the toffee than in this, but I still think it's really good.
So I was hoping they were gonna have like a festive hot chocolate, but they didn't. They just have the normal hot sipping chocolate, which is good. So we got it anyway, even though I think you probably get this all the time. Maybe when cooler weather. Wouldn't recommend it when it's like 100 degrees out here. This is definitely time in Florida to get it. Hot sipping chocolate from the Ganachery.
To wash down the chocolate square.
It's so buttery. Or I shouldn't say buttery, it's like milky. It's like milk chocolate.
Did you say buttery?
Yeah. And it has like this very kind of like smooth flavor.
Well, there's butter in chocolate, so I guess that makes sense.
I think it's the milk is what it is. It's creamy. And it's just very rich. It's incredibly rich. This is all you need. I like this. If you don't like sweet, very rich desserts, this is not for you. It's as rich as can be. I feel like a millionaire drinking it. I'm gonna go 9. I love all the sipping chocolates here. I love the coolers that are really good.
The chillers.
The chillers, yeah. So you can't go wrong with the Ganachery. I'm gonna go 9 with this, but again, a 9 for me. If you don't like rich desserts, I know everyone has a different flavor palette, this is not for you. But for me, it's really good. All right, so I think we provided you guys as comprehensive a guide as we can to the holidays here at Disney Springs. Few places we didn't show. Jacques Lindsay's Holiday Hanger Bar, we already have a video on there. I think there's also a holiday bubble waffle over near World of Disney in the marketplace section, which looks pretty interesting. We can only eat so much. But we got a lot of the food in. Showed you guys where all the trees are. We even get special discounts now because you have those buttons for the tree stroll. And we got to see people on stilts.
Stilts, slope, Santa, snacks.
Yeah.
You can have a really festive holiday day, budget friendly at Disney Springs.
What we did today literally took us about 4 or 5 hours. It's kind of like almost half a park day.
Yeah.
You know, like you could spend here at Disney Springs on your vacation, and a lot of fun things, a lot of unique things that you're not going to find at the parks. You know, you could find Santa Claus at a lot of the parks, but you're not going to be able to find all this different food that you can eat. The people on the stilts.
You're not going to get a free panettone for meeting Santa if you meet him in the parks.
Yes.
Disney Springs is decorated so beautifully too.
Yes.
There's garland and lights everywhere. There's live music everywhere you turn.
Yeah.
Like it really is such a really nice atmosphere.
It feels alive. And what I've said, I think I've said this off camera before, to me, Disney Springs is everything a strip mall should be in the modern day. The day of the 90s strip malls where I feel like the stores themselves were the stars, or maybe you'd have a Santa come just in Christmas. I think those days are gone. You know, if strip malls want to stay alive, they got to be something like this. They got to have live entertainment, cascading music, and just like beautiful sights everywhere.
Strip malls can afford to do all that. I don't know if they have the Disney money to do all that.
Well, I wish there were more of these, but I'm just saying we love Disney Springs, especially for the holidays. We're holiday people. We have even more holiday videos coming for you. We're going to Disneyland. Probably in Disneyland when this comes out. So we'll have Disneyland California holiday content for you. And we hope you guys have been enjoying our travels and our experiences at the holiday here at the Walt Disney World Resort, as well as throughout all the theme parks. We always have so much fun.
Comment below if you think Jay should get more Christmas shirts and stop wearing his gingerbread shirt.
Yeah,
every time he takes it out, I'm like, you're wearing the shirt again. It is clean.
I'm going to buy some more, don't worry. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. We've been having some downright perfect weather too. At least this weekend we were filming.
Also, we met so many nice subscribers today too.
Yes.
I've said this before, but every time we meet our subscribers, they're the nicest people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, but it's true.
We're lucky to have all 10,800 of you. We appreciate every single one of you, because we really do feel lucky. I'm going to repeat this now because I always say at the end, thank you just for subscribing. But the members, the people you see scrolling up on the screen, those are our members. If you have any interest in a membership, we have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credits credentials like you just saw. If you want to check out all the different perks that we have for memberships, check out the join button below. But if you can't do a membership, we still appreciate you. We appreciate anyone who views, likes, comments, subscribes, engages with this video in any way. You help us make more of them, and you help make the Christmas magic happen here for us.
And holiday magic.
Yes. And as always,
keep it going for Frank.